Hi, it's Chris here. Today I'd like to review Mob City. I'll give you my thoughts on it. So, Mob City by Fantasy Software Designs. These guys are doing some great stuff for the scene at the moment, producing a few games, and I'm looking forward to reviewing them all. So, the Mob City instructions. You're an agent. You must keep the city safe from mobsters. You move your gun around using the joystick and fire your weapon using the fire button. Take cover pressing the space bar. Locate the mobsters using the green arrows. So let's start with the loading screen. Nice picture of a gun, tells you what it is, and Tommy's done a good job with the loading screen. As the game opens, you get the Fantasy Software Designs and a scrolling banner with some music. Yeah, the music might seem a little basic, but it does the trick. There's a high score table, which is functional. It does the great job, and you press fire to start in the correct joystick port. Now, what gets me about this game is it reminds me of the old Operation Wolf style games, but that's on a rail. This isn't. So you've got to move around dependent on the arrows, and then I target using your joystick on the mobsters. The mobsters look pretty good. You can clearly see them. All the little ones as you saw there in the top left-hand corner, are quite hard to identify, which make it challenging and frustrating at times. So the mobsters generally pose at doorways, alleys, windows, and you're constantly looking for them. So on to the next stage, and it moves day by day in New York. 1931. The colour scheme changes throughout the game, giving you a bit of variety. The sound and the gameplay is functional. It moves really fast, this game, and it's highly addictive as well. I found myself playing for quite some time, and I'd like to hand this over as well to my youngest son, who's 11 years old, who spent hours playing this game. He loves it, and he's got a few words he'd like to share. So before I pass that over, I'd like to give this game about an 8 out of 10. It's really good, well worth the purchase, so thank you very much for sending that through. That's really good. I purchased that myself. So over to my youngest son, who's going to share a few words.
Today I'm going to review Mob City. Sound. The intro music for Mob City is very fun and joyful. The sound effects were very basic, but they worked very well. Graphics. You could easily notice the gang members because it was very detailed for the Commodore 16. The background and the buildings were good and very detailed. Gameplay. It was a fun experience, but it was very hard at the start. But once I got used to the game, it got easier. It was challenging. It was fun. I would highly recommend it to people that have patience. I would rate this game an 8.5 out of 10.